What is going on, guys? BZK here, and today I'm bringing you another Destiny class build nicknamed the Bubble Bitch. This is a build for the Defender Titan for PvP. Yes, I know, the Defender Titan in PvP sucks, but that's why I like making all these build videos, because I like being unique, I like being creative, and the reason why people don't really use the Defender Titan in PvP is because it just simply lacks lethality. So we're going to make this build around the fact that it does not have that much lethality, and we're going to try and give it some more, basically, with what we have going for it. So let's get right into it, starting with the grenade, of course, which will be the magnetic grenade. Grenade attaches to enemies and explodes twice. I originally wanted to go with the suppressor grenade, but I used it on a blade dancer. It didn't suppress its ability. I'm not sure if I just used it wrong or wrong timing or what, but I've used this grenade in Trials of Osiris once when someone was about to use their Fist of Havoc and it stopped them dead in their tracks. Like completely. It suppressed their ability. So I would think that it would do the same for any other super, but apparently I either just used it wrong or it doesn't work like that. I'm not sure, but we're gonna play it safe and use the magnetic grenade, which is the same thing as the fusion grenade from the Sunsinger. It's really, really annoying. I'm sure a lot of you guys have ran into that. So we're going to play it safe and use the magnetic grenade. For the jump, we're going to be using increased control just because you can travel farther faster and it's the most comfortable jump to use. Catapult, I again don't really see a use in it. I don't notice anything while I use it. Plus you get a decrease in agility with any other jump, increased height or catapult. And increased height, you're just a sitting target for longer in the air. I don't like being really, really high up and not traveling a far distance, so I like to use increased control, which gives me just that. Now for the Ward of Dawn, our bubble. We're going to be using actually weapons of light. We're going to be maximizing our lethality for what we have. Again, this build, or this class I should say, doesn't really have that much lethality. It's more for support, more so for PvE than PvP, but like I said, we're going to see what we can do with this build. So we're going to have Weapons of Light to completely max out our weapon damage for when we dip in and out of Weapons of Light. So this actually helps for our teammates as well. So that's also a plus. Like on Control, for example, like you just pop it near the base or near a heavy flag like B, which is directly in the middle of the map. Pop your super there, and your teammates can dip in it. All of you guys have weapons of light, and you can just wreak havoc. Hopefully everything works out, and you guys don't get picked off like with a sniper or something. But it's really good. Moving on to the melee disintegrate, we have unbreakable. Now, War Machine's good. While Force Bearer is active, all your weapons reload faster and are ready fast. I mean, that's helpful, but it's not really that useful. Gift of the Light is more for PvE. While your Force Bearer is active, melee kills create orbs of light. You're not going to be getting many melee kills as is, so Gift of the Light doesn't really help us. So Unbreakable, we may as well just keep getting our melee back as much as humanly possible, so whenever we need it, we have it and we can use it. Moving on to the codexes. Now, I have Titan Codex 1 and, what is that, 6? 1 and 6. Battle recovery and toughness, and raw speed. Now, this little build I have with this, I seem to like a lot. And normally with these attributes, these perks on every class build I make, it's really up to you guys. But actually, I strongly suggest you going with this specific build right here, where you have almost maxed out armor and you have maxed out agility with little recovery. This is an aggressive build for PvP. You want to take hits, but you also want to be mobile as well. So I actually strongly recommend you go with Titan Codex 1 and Titan Codex 6, which gives you a lot of armor and agility. Now for the first passive perk, we got Bastion. Increases the duration of Ward of Dawn. Now, as is, I think the Ward of Dawn lasts for... crap. 20 seconds? 25 seconds or so? With this, it increases to 30 or 35. I may be completely wrong on this, but it does seem that it lasts a lot longer with this perk on, which is good. That's what it's supposed to do. That's good. Originally, I had Relentless, increases the strength and duration of Force Barrier, but I found that you don't really use your melee that much. And the reason why we're going with weapons in the first place and not Blessing is because our melee gives us a shield anyways, so it kind of makes up for the fact that we're not using Blessing of Light. So I would think it would be a good idea to maximize our melee and give it increased strength and duration of the Force Barrier, but turns out that you actually want increased duration for the Ward of Dawn, so more of your teammates can dip in and out of it, getting Weapons of Light for you and everyone on your team. And then finally, we're going with Illuminated. Increases the benefits of Blessing and Weapons of Light. Now, with Illuminated and Weapons of Light active, you get a 33% damage buff to all of your weapons. That's, in other words, that's like having Luck in the Chamber for however long you have Weapons of Light for. And our Weapons of Light is actually extended due to our exotic armor piece we'll get to just in a second. But Illuminated is a must for this build. Like, you could have Untouchable, increase the cooldown time for your Ward of Dawn, but you're going to be getting your super back a lot quicker anyway. And my intellect is at like 94 or something like that. So, Illuminated, you want 110%. Your weapons are just absolutely disgustingly powerful with this perk on. You get 33% extra damage. That's crazy. Now for the exciting part. We got our exotic armor piece, the Glass House. And you want it really for this perk right here. Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light last longer. You actually get an extra 5 seconds for both Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light. So for Illuminated Weapons of Light with this equipped, you have a total of 15 seconds of dealing 33% extra damage with your weapons. That is absolutely absurd. Like, this, you need to be aggressive with this build in order to utilize this to the maximum potential that it has. You need to be aggressive with this. You have 15 seconds of dealing 33% extra damage. I can't stress that enough. You need to be aggressive, and you need to be really, I wouldn't say really skilled, but you need to be skilled enough to use your weapon to the most of its ability, so you can land all your shots on the head and try and kill them as fast as you can. And to that point, our exotic weapon should be none other than the Red Death. So, without Weapons of Light on, the Red Death deals 36 damage to the head, right? And you can actually two-hit people with the Red Death as it is right now. You get 2 shots to the head, or 2 bursts, I should say, to the head, deals 36 damage per bullet, and that would 2-hit them in the head, assuming all 2 of your shots, 2 bursts, 6 shots total, all those shots hit them in the head, they're going to die. But with Weapons of Light and Illuminated, your shot is absolutely crazy powerful. You deal 48 damage to the head and 32 damage to the body. So that's 4 damage less to the body than you would be getting with a regular headshot without without Weapons of Light, if that makes sense. I'm trying not to confuse you guys, but basically your body shots are 4 less damage to the body than if they were to the head without Weapons of Light. It's crazy. The Red Death kills so fast, and on top of that, you have the Red Death perk. Each kill heals you and speeds up your reload. This perk it seems like it's built specifically for countering the Thorn, like the Mark of the Devourer perk, or whatever the hell it's called. It seems like it's a perfect counter to it. Like, it heals you after each kill. That's crazy. It's crazy good, guys. I hope you guys, are intrigued by this build. It definitely takes a little bit of time to get used to. Like I said, the Defender Titan really isn't the best class to use for PvP, but I found that with this build, specifically with the Glass House, the Red Death, Weapons of Light, and Illuminated, you're actually pretty annoying to the enemy team. You kill people so fast. It is crazy, but you have to use it like how it's supposed to be used. You have to be aggressive, and you have to know when to pop your super, and your shot has to be accurate for it to work. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really do enjoy making these class build videos. I will have a lot more coming out. I'll have a way fuck ton more coming out for the Taken King when it launches in, what is that, a little less than a month? That's crazy. I'm so excited. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like, and as always, YouTube, motherfucking peace.